Hello everyone, my name is Uran10 and I'm here with an update video. One that might be a little long, but let's get into it. And I wanted to start off by talking about pretty much how everything started. So for those of you who don't know, I kind of started streaming officially, like kind of in a more serious way if you want to call it that, in March of 2020. I used to stream my locals back when I played Smash seriously, in a sense. I wouldn't call it super serious, but you know, I played a bit, I dabbled a bit. So I started streaming my locals, and then eventually the pandemic started and I hit affiliate on like the last day of March, first day of April area, and after that my views kind of went up more than I thought, because I basically had to play the system a little bit. You know, I had, you know, my phone open on the stream. I asked my beautiful wife, now she was my girlfriend back then, to just have the stream open. You know, just had multiple people watching it, so I always average up 3 viewers, just, you know, bump it up until I actually hit it. So that was the thing. It worked. I hit it, and then I actually just naturally got over 3 viewers. Like, average started to go up. And one of the things that I enjoyed, at least when I first started, I wanted to be a little different from just, oh yeah guys, I play video games on the internet, woo. A lot of people do that. I wanted to do something that was different, and what I chose to do was have channel points be incorporated in the way I play the games. And that is, like, for example, the very first one that I played, the very first series that I played was Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That was one of the things that a lot of people kind of knew me for at that point in time, because I played it for a very long time. It's a very long game. I played it in Master Mode, and I'd have multiple different channel points that you could redeem that could do different things in game, that would make me do different things in game. Like, one of them is that I couldn't use my bow. I couldn't use Vivali's Gale. I couldn't use Deluxe Protection. There was a bunch of different things I put on where no shield, no jump. Hell, the Ganon fight was a pain, because everyone decided at this point in time, fighting Calamity Ganon, to take away all of my stuff. No sword, no armor, no shield, no bow, no nothing. And each of these lasted like 5 minutes. So it's like, when he's aiming a laser at you and you don't have a shield, it's kind of hard since you can't just parry it for free. So yeah, lots of stuff like that I used to do, and it caught on and a lot of people enjoyed it. And honestly, it was a lot of fun. And as things grew, I wanted to branch out. So, you know, I did Smash Open arenas. I even used to do people's Mario Maker courses. I played Mario Kart with people. I did a lot of things that just branched out. And it was steady growth. It wasn't anything amazing, but, you know, it was pretty good, decent growth. And then Among Us happened. And a lot of things changed when Among Us dropped. First of all, my channel kind of blew up in comparison to how it was. Now, before Among Us, I was at like maybe, what, 300 followers? And by the time the Among Us craze was kind of just done, I doubled that. Like, my growth just really went on an upward trajectory. And there was lots of things that I also changed in between that. Like, I got tired of Mario Maker because Mario Maker wasn't doing that great and I wasn't really getting as many levels. And there were people who provided me really fun levels. Astro used to come with these evil ass levels that honestly were challenging. They were definitely super expert. I couldn't do them, but, you know, I still tried. And eventually I switched that off for the Among Us one. And then after that, when I got tired of Among Us, I switched that into Multiplayer Variety Day, and I tried a lot of different things. But one thing I noticed is that after the Among Us craze, and people basically started to act like the pandemic was over, and, you know, we were going outside and doing more stuff. People were living their lives, and also a lot of the people that started watching me started to grow up, have more responsibilities. Like, I can say at this point in time, I don't know a single one of my regular viewers that is not 18 or older and has some other responsibilities. Even those that started watching me when they were in like the middle of high school, they're all grown up now. It's like I raised a bunch of kids. All my children are grown. They're grown and they've moved out. Some are too busy with work and such, you know, to pop back up in streams and such. So, you know, things happen. So what would happen is when I do a Multiplayer Variety Day, I put a poll up to see what they wanted to start the stream with. people would vote, but then they wouldn't be able to show up to stream because of other obligations, and then I'd be stuck playing a game that I honestly did not feel like playing sometimes. So one of the things that I realized is that I started to try to appeal to what people wanted. I don't like horror games. When people are like, hey, Uran, you should try this horror thing. I'm like, I don't want to play a horror game. But you know what, whatever. I'll get a sub goal, and then people would go out of their way to make the sub goal happen, and then I'd be playing something that I really don't want to play, and the content I honestly think would not be that good, because most of the time I'm going to be a coward. I'm going to hide outside or not go inside whatever place or try to avoid doing whatever, and it's like, yeah, I don't like horror games. I'm a coward. This is not going to work out well. This is not going to turn into great content. It's not like I'm playing through the horror game to beat it. I am playing through it, and then as soon as something bad happens, I'm hiding in a corner or something, and then it's like, it's not good content. And a lot of that stuff is basically what started happening. Like, people wanted to see things, so I started to do things like that, and it started to evolve into something weird. It wasn't very fun. And I feel like when the streamer isn't having fun or enjoying themselves, then the stream itself is boring. The stream itself is trash. The stream itself is just not good. And I felt like, as much as I tried to change and experiment with certain things to try to cater more to what my audience was responding to, it never turned out the way I wanted it to. And all the experiments kind of mostly fell flat. There was one that I think did very well, but at the same time, I feel like my audience was too small for it, so that one was put on the shelf. But a lot of things used to essentially be more fun for me, more exciting, and I felt like my direction changed more towards, oh, what do my viewers want to see, and oh, what'll potentially get me more subs, and oh, that stuff. So I was like, you know, it got like a second job, and I don't really want a second job. So all of that to say is that I feel like things went very much in the wrong direction, and I feel like that also hindered my progress, because in the last 2 years, understandably, you know, people are more outside and all that stuff, even though we're still actively in a pandemic. People are living their lives and doing all the outside stuff. A lot of people aren't cooped up in their home watching people play games or trying to do stuff like that. So a lot of people are doing a lot of other things. A lot of people are forced to, unfortunately, go out into the wild and do jobs that they don't want to do. Shout out to my boy Crumple. I would not want to be doing the jobs. I hate retail. I can't stand it. But stuff like that basically happened. And even people who I've, you know, interacted with and grown over time with, they've all somewhat, you know, they found what they wanted to do, and they found this. Look at my boy Pharaoh. He is growing as a content creator, and he's excelling as a Smash player. Shout outs to Pharaoh. Killing it with Yoshi. And honestly, as for me, I don't want to be in a box. I don't want to be a Smash player. I don't want to just be thinking. I want to, you know, do what's fun. And for me, open arenas got boring. A lot of other stuff got boring. So I felt like, you know, I needed a change. And I chased the wrong things. And now, after my honeymoon and everything, I came back. And I've been experimenting more with my content. That's what I want to get into. The first thing I want to say that I've definitely done is change up my content a bit. I'm more focusing on things that I want to do and that I'm excited about, and less on things that, you know, this could be kind of exciting, this could be kind of cool. Like, one of the leftovers from my previous content would be the Pokemon X Hardcore Randomizer Nuzlocke, where I just play that when I'm kind of, you know, chilling. And I think that Nuzlocke's kind of lame, if I'm going to be honest. I think it can be fun from time to time, especially when I'm just chilling, but it's more of a chill thing than anything else. Versus, like, I don't know, other stuff where, for example, when I just did that random quiz to guess all the Pokemon, or I'm playing Unite with trying to get to Masters, and I'm all hyped up and I'm constantly doing it because I'm having fun doing it. Yes, people are pissing me off because it's Unite, but I'm having so much fun doing it. And it's just, you know, more fun to do things that I woke up and I'm like, oh my god, this game looks fun, I want to play it. And then I said, oh my god, I don't know what I'm going to stream today. And then I saw a mod of Mario Kart 64 called Amped Up. I was like, yo, this shit looks fire as hell. So I decide, I'm gonna play that on stream. And I did. And I had a blast. I loved it. And it's stuff like that that I want to do more of. I want to experiment harder. I don't want to just, oh, this thing is a fad and I'm going to play it because it's a fad. I want to just, oh, this thing looks interesting, and then I do it, and if it fails, it fails. If it doesn't, I'm having fun with it. So that's the main, one of the things I want to do. Streaming content, more things that I enjoy entirely. And I also want to bring back stuff that I used to do that people really enjoyed. For example, my Nuzlocke used to have all those wonderful challenges. I remember my Heart Gold Nuzlocke, and screw you Crumple, screw you RC, screw you Marson, y'all suck. But anyway, I remember my Heart Gold Nuzlocke where there was a point in time where everyone banded together to skip catch. And there was a bunch of people trying to skip catch, and there were other people who were trying to help me. So there was, the skip catch redeem was about, what, 10,001? And then there was a redeem that was, for ignoring stuff, that was like 11,000 or something channel points. And it was a war going between it. And people were using the fact that when you're subbed, you can get a freebie to just fight back against it. So ignore. No, don't ignore. Ignore, don't ignore. Until eventually, you know, I just had a bunch of skip catches that I was forced to skip. Including someone made me miss a catch of a Mewtwo. Marson, you suck. Marson, you suck. But yeah, that was essentially stuff that I found very funny. As much as I'm like raging and such, it was a blast. My chat enjoyed it. It was very interactive and it made things fun. So I want to bring stuff like that back. And I want to make things more exciting that way. And I know that it's very hard to do that with YouTube because YouTube doesn't have channel points. And I know Ludwig and such were working on this extension for that. But I don't want to do that. Instead, I've actually been using the Streamlabs CloudBot to actually do that integration for everything. So I'm going to actually be removing the channel point stuff from Twitch with all of the game stuff. And I'm going to actually be having them be commands in Streamlabs where I still have to manually check on them anyway. So someone does the command, there's loyalty points in the background. If you're on Twitch, you can actually convert your points into loyalty points for Streamlabs. As long as you're active in stream, your points are going to go up. So you can do that, and you can literally influence the games as they play. Kind of like crowd control, except a lot more creative. Because I'm the one who makes it up, so, you know. I can't make things explode on Impact like crowd control, but I can do stuff like that. So, you know, more things like that I want to do and bring back. Because they were a lot of fun, and I feel like my audience would really appreciate it. And who knows, maybe when people pop back in when they have time, be like, oh shit, Uran10's doing a Nuzlocke. Let me kill one of his Pokemon by making him unable to switch. I'm doing some Ash Ketchum shenanigans. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Another thing I wanted to mention is that I'm also bringing back monthly tournaments. There's going to be a role in the Discord, and there's going to be prizes related to the elimination game, as well as prize pools depending on how much money is made on stream. This isn't going to be like on the forefront of anything. They're just monthly tournaments mainly for the community. The next one is going to be a Smash tournament featuring sword items, and other than that, it's going to be basically a regular tournament, just sword items. So yeah, that's going to be fun. Right now, you know, you get a title so that you can prove to everyone that you're better than the rest of them, as long as you're in the Discord and such. So yeah. And that's one of the things that I'm going to be bringing back. I know a lot of people like community stuff, so this is going to be something that, you know, hopefully brings a lot more excitement to it and fosters healthy competition. Because elimination games definitely didn't foster healthy competition. I really hope that they did, but they got very unhealthy fast that I had to actually put in anti-troll rules. But yes, you should try elimination games. They're still fun. They're very fun. And honestly, as long as people follow the anti-troll rules, you'll all have a blast. And that also brings me to my next topic, which is going to be my YouTube content. And the first thing I want to say is my VOD channel will be shutting down. By that I mean it will get no new content going forward. All of my streams that I do will be available on my main channel, where I also stream on YouTube. So all of my VODs will be there. Everything's going to be there, available right from the start. You won't need to check out the VOD channel. The VOD channel will have everything from previously and such, but going forward, everything else is going to be on my main channel I will not be privating any of the VODs. Everything will be available on the main channel for you to watch at any point in time. So feel free to check them out. It's going to be a little easier for you, a little easier for me. And I feel like splitting up my channel in so many ways is not necessarily the most beneficial. So that's why that is happening. And when I'm doing this, because streaming is going to be the forefront of it, I also want to say that my YouTube content is going to be changing. Now, I'm going to be real. When I first started content creation in general, I started on YouTube. I did Let's Plays because I followed my heroes like the Josh Jepsons of the world and such. And I'll be honest, my content was garbage. My content was trash. But it caught on to some degree, but, you know, never really blew up. But I did have a video that somehow got over 9,000 views, which to me is still crazy to imagine that I have a video out there with over 9,000 views on it. And I think that video was not a very good video. I think a lot of this stuff wasn't very good. So even the content I've been putting out now, I feel like they've been somewhat lazy and not as much creative chat juices going into them as I'd like. So going forward, I'm going to be trying to experiment with a new style and just try to make my content as good as it possibly can be. I will still be doing rant style videos. Like, I'm going to be honest, the next 2 videos I'm going to be probably putting out is going to be Saints related, because someone put up a post on Facebook claiming that there's a reason why our bands do not do very good and a bunch of other stuff that certain people agreed with, and I'm like, this is why I don't like specific people. Mr. Bagnall, I do not like Mr. Bagnall because he's one of those people who agrees with some of the stuff that was said, and some of the things he stated did have points, but other things were just complete and utter nonsense that I honestly cannot wait to just kind of go through every part and rip apart. And then the second video I want to do, which is also going to be Saints related, is going through the bands and the vocalists and basically going over the things I like. No, it's just constructive criticism. I'm not even going to front. It is mostly going to be constructive criticism because everybody is doing something that kind of pisses me off to some degree. And I feel like, you know, sometimes you need a little wake-up call to be like, hey, do better. Do better. Y'all have the talent. Do better. So just giving pointers in the best way I can. And then I also have a video that's already been recorded like ages ago, my Pokemon Emerald Super Randomized Nuzlocke Part 1. I need to go ahead and work on Part 2. And then there's like a bunch of other stuff that I really just floating around in my brain that I really want to do. So I'm going to have a lot more super focused, change style, better editing YouTube videos coming. So that's going to be one of the big focuses on YouTube. But for the most part, the big change when it comes to that is that instead of trying to push out like a YouTube video every week, the videos will come out when they're completed. Essentially, the day that they are completed and they're done in their final form, they will be uploaded to Patreon for whoever is on Patreon to see. And once I get YouTube membership, it will also be available for YouTube members first. Then, 1 week after that, it will drop and be available for everybody else. That's how I'm going to be doing it with for the Patreon content when it comes to YouTube. There's other stuff for Patreon I need to think harder on, but that was one of the things. And finally, shorts. I have not been uploading shorts lately, and that's on me. I've been lazy. My alarm rings at 5 o'clock, and then I stay in bed until like I have to actually get up and work, or get up to shower then work. So, quite frankly, I've been lazy, and I should have been collecting more shorts and uploading them. That is going to change from the point when this video goes up. I will start uploading my shorts that I haven't uploaded yet to not just YouTube, but, you know, Instagram Reels and TikTok, and get all those out of the way, and then finally, you know, get back on track. So yeah, that's pretty much the update video. There was a lot of rambling at the start about how things didn't feel right, and how I'm trying to basically come into my own as a streamer going forward. And I'm hoping that y'all will stick with me through this journey, because it's gonna be a lot of fun. I just know it's gonna be a lot of fun. So, you know, I can't wait to, you know, play these games with y'all and check out this new content and collab with so many other streamers, because I do have a collaboration Discord that I'm trying to get more activity going, trying to get more stuff going. So, you know, just trying to have a lot more fun with streaming, playing games with people that I like playing games with, and just building off of that. So yeah, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this update video. Please do look forward to the content coming, and I'm honestly looking forward to just kicking back and streaming and just making great content. So yeah, I'm hoping that very, very soon I'll be able to play some very good games with all of y'all. Until next time, peace.